Why you keep seeing 5555 all the time. In this video, we're going over the 555 angel number meaning. What does it mean? Why is it showing up in your life all the time? Just like you're just looking at the phone and it's always on 555, or you look at like a view number count on YouTube and it's like 4 5s or whatever it is. You're seeing it all the time. I'm gonna go over why that is and what you should do about it if you're seeing it. That's coming up next. Hi there, my name is Dave and this is HeartSpace. If you're new to the channel, and we release videos almost every single day to help you live life more in your way. So if you're interested in videos like this on angel numbers, on how to use what the universe is giving you in your own life, how to live life on your terms to the fullest, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any content that we release. Now, the 555 or 45 angel number is a really cool one. So we're gonna be going over what it means in this video. This is another one that actually shows up in my life quite a lot. So it's one I'm very, very fond of. And of course, if you're watching this video, either you're curious about it and haven't had it show up yet, but if it does, you wanna know what it means, or you've just been seeing those fives. You've been seeing so many of those fives and you're like, what are these fives? Why are these fives in my life? I need to know what's going on with the fives. So we're gonna be going over what the fives mean. Let's do it. So this is a really cool one because the fives typically, 3 5s or 4 5s, represent that a change is coming in your life. Now, a lot of times it will represent a big change, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a big change because I've noticed it, in both ways. Sometimes little change, little shift, whatever, maybe even a little shift in perspective, but a lot of times it can mean that a big change is coming around the corner. Now, this doesn't mean to get worried or anxious about it. It just is a representation that you should prepare for change coming and that your angels are telling you, look, something's about to happen. A change is coming, usually a positive one, so don't worry, because a lot of people, it's interesting, when change is mentioned, a lot of people think it's in the negative because we're, for some reason, primed to think negatively. But this actually represents a positive change. There's a positive change coming in your life. And so if you're seeing the 3 5s, the 4 5s, it is your angels telling you to be prepared for that change. Now, one thing that's important is you're not trying to control the change. So don't like constantly look out for it and try and control when it comes in and be like, okay, when are these 5s, they've been telling me stuff. When is it coming in? When is it coming in? That's not the point. The point is really to keep following your heart, keep following your intuition, keep following the guidance from your angels in the universe. And to just understand that this is coming in and to almost in a way not let it blindside you in a negative way. Now, no change that's going to be significant in your life is going to actually mean anything if it comes in a known way. And so one of the things I try and do when I see this number is not control what's coming in. I just try and get excited about that there's change coming. And one thing that's always going to be a constant in life is change. Life is pretty much synonymous with change. Life equals changeability. You have to be changeable. You have to be someone who is constantly ready to change at the drop of a dime, because that's what we are. A lot of people, the reason they don't grow, the reason they never connect to what they are spiritually is because they resist change, because they try and keep themselves rooted in their old story. But guess what? You are an ever expansive, infinite divine being that really is not locked down or being held by anything. You can try, but at the end of the day, you will always change in some way. It will happen physically. It can happen spiritually. People, for example, like myself, had a near-death experience. That'll change you. Guess what? Some people go through certain experiences in life, like homelessness or being completely broke, that ends up changing them in big ways. Some people, they don't change until they literally leave this life and go on to the next one. But change is inevitable in life. And so if you are getting this sign, do not fret, do not stress, understand this is a reason for celebration. A big positive change is coming in your life and your angels are here telling you, be prepared. A big change is coming. This is exciting news. Good things are on their way. And the best thing to do is when the change comes in, you'll probably know it, is to embrace it. And this is one of the reasons I think this message comes in. It's not, again, a message to help you understand, look, a change is coming in and do not resist. Because again, a lot of people will resist any type of change. They don't like change. They don't like being thrown outside their comfort zone. And the reason for that is because we believe the small story of ourselves that society or maybe our parents and teachers have sold us. Again, that's generalized to who knows what it is. But if you're believing in that small story, you're coming from your small self, not your divine self, not what you truly are. And so again, this message is very much a get excited type of message, and also a message to not resist when this change is happening, because you will know when it's happening. You'll know when you're in the middle of this change. Stuff might be falling apart a little bit. Stuff has to fall apart sometimes for it to be rebuilt stronger. If you go to the gym and you start working on your muscles, they have to break down in order for them to come back and be stronger. I'm an athlete myself. I play football, soccer. And so, when you're, for example, trying to improve your fitness, you have to almost run yourself in the ground. You have to do things to bring your capacity to almost its edge in order to rebuild it stronger. And so, yes, sometimes this could mean a few things might fall apart in your life. Maybe a relationship, maybe money, maybe something else, who knows? Maybe a friendship leaves. Again, this doesn't have to be this way, but it can happen. But just to understand that it's okay, it's all part of the process, to have faith in the universe, understand, again, there's a good thing on the end of this. It's a good thing. There's a reason this is happening. And to not resist it. Because if you resist it, well, then you're resisting your own growth, your own evolution as a divine being, and nothing is going to hold you back more than resisting the change the universe is trying to bring to you. And it's almost always going to be in a positive direction. The universe isn't going to bring in change that is going to make your soul de-evolve. It's only bringing in change that's going to allow for the evolution of your soul. So again, don't try and control these changes. Don't try and resist them. Again, your angels are telling you to keep going down the same path. We talked about that in the 4s. But the 5s, again, is another call to keep going down the way you're going. Because usually your actions and what you're doing is leading to the positive change, and to keep going in that direction. A lot of times this number can also mean things like exploration. It can mean freedom, usually a change in that direction. I wasn't really I didn't know much about angel numbers when I made a shift into moving into a more travel, explorative, freedom type lifestyle. But if I went back, I have a feeling I probably would have seen some 5s. I probably would have seen some of these numbers. I just wasn't paying attention to it because I had no idea about these messages. But usually that's something that it means. It means you're changing in a way that's going to allow for more freedom, perhaps more exploration if that's what you want. Travel, it can, if that's something you're interested in. A lot of people find freedom in travel. I know I do. Having the freedom to travel, the freedom you feel when you are traveling, but that's more of a subjective thing. But do understand that this is coming, and it's a good thing to embrace it. Be prepared for it, but embrace it and do not resist it. Remember, you are a divine, infinite, endless being. When you resist change, you are moving into that small story of what you think you are, which is like right in here, when in reality, you are this expansive, incredible being that can embrace any change that comes its way. You are a being hooked intricately into life, which is change, meaning that you, at your very core, are change as well. And when you align with that, when you allow change to kind of flow in your life in that way, you are hooking into what you truly are at a really deep level. So that might be a little beyond the scope of just what this symbol means, but that's what came through. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you are enjoying this angel number series. I hope you are using these symbols, these signs, to enhance your life. I mean, that's what they're there for. These are messages to help you, from your angels, from the universe. Again, don't get caught up in the language, but whatever helps you. You can say God, you can say universe, you can say your spirit guides, your angels. At the end of the day, for me, they all really represent a similar thing or the same thing. But use these signals to enhance your life, to move closer to your purpose, to move from your soul and your heart, and good things will happen. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Next one we're going to be going over is 6s, so stay tuned for that. As always, I love you, and I'll see you in that video.